here, we got things set up. The anticipation's still a lot, but without there being any other athletes or check-ins or anything like that going on, it's also just kind of strange. I think she's going to do really well. This should be a good event for her, but the feelings are still the same, but it's totally weird being in a dead silent gym. This is definitely new territory. So I think today will be a pretty solid day for us. This was a good event. The next one, I wouldn't say damage control, but it's not something that you would pick. It's super grippy, and then after that we've even got some heavy double unders and toe to bar, which is going to make today a really big grip challenge for the athletes. And I think tomorrow we've got some that are more so in her wheelhouse that she should really be able to do some work on. The hard thing for me, being able to participate as like kind of the coach role, is I'm also working the media side, so I've got people talking in my ear, and it also has to be silent, so I can't really give her cues or a whole lot of advice during. And I also don't know where she's at, which is a very weird feeling, or I won't know where she's at. You know, I don't have a screen that shows me where the other athletes are, so as much as I feel the anticipation, I don't know if somebody's right behind her or if she's 2 minutes ahead of everybody. That takes a couple minutes till after to be able to figure that out.
No fear, only fight. I'm fearless, it's only right. My head's up, I stay strong. Forever young, may you live long. With perseverance, hold on and stand tall. Never back down with my back against the wall. I'm an overcomer, I overcame it, y'all. I conquered every mountain, I've been through it all. Yeah, I've been through it all. I'm fearless.
Nothing can ever hold me back.
Nothing.
I am unstoppable.
I'm unstoppable. I'm fearless. Yeah. I'm fearless.
So event one down. It was the thruster burpees, and I had my plan. I stuck to it for the most part. Throughout the 21s, I was like, okay, we got this. And then I hit 15s, and I'm like, shit, this is getting hard. And then the 9s, it's like, okay, you can suck it up for 9. But my plan kind of went out the window. 145 is a really heavy thruster for me for reps. And so I ended up going singles, which is what I did not want to do. Sometimes you just got to make the call on the floor, and I think for me that was the right call. I'm happy I was under the cap, and I don't train heavy thrusters a lot, so something I'll be adding into the mix. But overall, it was a really fun event. It tested me mentally and physically. The event was hard physically, but also mentally was super hard because I've got a group here for support, here showing me support. They cannot say one word. So all I can hear is the walkie-talkie and the judge counting my reps, and I'm with my own thoughts. So definitely something that we should all work on more is making sure we don't rely on music, and that we're okay being uncomfortable with nothing distracting our minds. We are about 40 minutes out, just kind of making sure I get some carbs and some protein in, and it's the last man standing power snatch workout. Not gonna lie, probably my worst nightmare, but I'm gonna have fun with it. I'm gonna challenge myself, and the reason I say worst nightmare, I'm not trying to be negative at all. I'm looking forward to the challenge. But in 2015, when they programmed Randy at regionals, I was 35th out of 36 people. So for me, I'd like to be more technical, and I have a hard time just like letting go and letting loose and just letting the bar float from the ground overhead as fast as I can. I'm a little bit more methodical and controlled, so it's really hard for me to hit that. So we'll see what happens. I'm just gonna try. I figure I'll just throw it, let it go, and I don't know. So hopefully it's not my worst nightmare and I do better than I think I'm going to, but I'm looking forward to the challenge for sure.
Favorite workout of all time coming up here in a second. It's interesting because I definitely think that right now it's weird, like when you're in a competition in facility, there's definitely an advantage to being in the final heat. So you always want to be in the final heat. And online I wasn't sure if that would be a thing, but it's definitely a thing. So you can watch and you can see, oh wow, they broke it up early, oh wow, and it's playing live, so you have an idea going into it. So there's still very much an advantage to being in the second heat today, which is super interesting because I didn't see that coming. If it was only online competitions like this forever going forward, no music, no nothing, I don't know if it would be the same, but why I compete is because I like to challenge myself, and I like to put myself against the best, and this competition has the best in the world. And so whether I'm doing it silent or there's music and people can cheer, it's like I'm not necessarily doing it for that. I'm doing it for myself, and I love the feeling, the nerves, of stepping into the floor and hearing 3, 2, 1. So I think even if it was like this forever, honestly, I would still compete. It's a great way to challenge yourself mentally and physically, and I just really enjoy it. I love to compete.
So event 2 is done. It was fun. I told you guys it was my nightmare of an event, and I kind of had to turn my brain off and just pick the bar up. Like Dan and Pat, my husband, were saying, is like, just pick it up, just pick it up, just pick it up. So that's what I did. It was really fun. Honestly, I felt my bicep more than anything, and then it went into my grip. So the death by, honestly, my whole competition has been made because I didn't want to get last on the death by, just because I feel like it was honestly a mental test as much as a physical, and I know I've talked about that a lot, but I wanted to stop at 13 and I wanted to stop at 14, and then I got through 15. I'm like, okay, maybe set the goal to get to 20, and I almost finished 19, and I think I came out 9th in the death by, so that's, you know, the top 50% of the field, and I'm really happy about that. So right now I've got these 2 massive bags of ice on my forearms, and if you guys know me back in 2017, the assault banger workout at the games, there's been a lot of workouts where it's been really grip intensive, and for some reason, not sure what it is, but my grip tends to not recover and flush the way the rest of my body will. So we're just gonna put a little bit of ice on them just to help, and then we'll flush them out and get ready because the next event is also super grippy. But I'm looking forward to it, and the programming for Rogue and the Rogue Invitational has been very fun, and they've done a really great job with it so far. Once I've finished with these gigantic ice bags on my biceps and my forearms, I'm gonna make sure I eat. So I typically have a hard time eating during competition, but today, so far I've had 2 servings of oatmeal, so a full cup with a tablespoon of sun butter and half a scoop of protein. Then I had a baby food pack, and then I've also had a full protein shake. So I had my Formula 1 Loop de Fruit from First Form with a full scoop today. Usually I do about 3/4 or a half of a scoop of the Ignition, which is a carb. So I'm gonna make sure I'm not only doing liquid carbs, and I'm gonna try to get in some white rice, some grilled chicken, or I also have a turkey burger, and then another baby food with a Pedialyte, because we have about 2 hours until our next event.
So we're going into event 3 right now, and especially after event 2, which was really grippy, the game plan for this one's pretty challenging. It's a lot of double unders and toe to bar, which are both super grippy movements, but coming up with a specific game plan is a little bit hard, not knowing exactly how she's gonna feel. It hasn't been a whole lot of time for her to actually recover, so she feels good, but it's kind of hard to tell how long that's gonna last. So a lot of this is gonna be played by feel, but that she does do that well. So I'm excited for her and think she'll do well.
Round 3, really event 3. So I was just telling Pat, my husband, I was like, man, I'm tired, but I'm excited. It's crazy. We train way more volume in a day, but it's just that high intensity and that hyper focus that kind of makes you a little bit tired. So it's fun to be back doing this. It's what we train for, and it's exciting. This workout is definitely deceiving, especially after the power snatches. So it starts with 240 heavy rope double under. But this is a special Rogue rope, excuse me, the handles are weighted as well as the cable. So that means when you break, when you're still holding the handles, it's still taxing your grip, which is a little bit, it's a whole new ball game. So it's not just about breaking. And then we're gonna go into 60 toes bar, which is hanging from something. Excuse me. So that's immediately gonna blow your grip up even more. And then we'll try to recover as much as we can on the bike, right back to the toes bar into the bike. So it's a 13-minute time gap. It's gonna be spicy, but should be fun.
I've been down, I've been out, I've been lied to. Told myself I won't take it any longer. Every hardship came with survival. Hit a kill, but it really made me stronger. Throughout history, nothing was out to get to me. Had to turn on my negative into positive energy. Falling up is my enemy, that is turning to misery. Everyone is an idol, but I don't want it but to be a legend. Been my face since essence. Tell by my presence. Top is where I'm headed. No man alive I can see capable of stopping me. Turn the competition to a mockery. Breaking up the opposition properly. And practice made perfect, consider to me the prodigy, I gotta be. You remember for who you are or what you done, the decision is yours. You wanna appreciate wins, then you gotta embrace every loss. Every day is a battle, but my mind is focused on winning the war. So wanna hold well and take cover, cause I am about to go off. Every single step, every single breath, give my all, take advantage of every single moment.
Day one is done. It was a nice end of the day. That was a grippy day. So tomorrow looks like kind of a little bit more legs, which I'm excited about. Some deadlifting, overhead squats, a heavy clean and jerk, which should be really fun. So I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna put my legs in the Normatec boots, get them fresh, ready for tomorrow, scrape my forearms with my tool, my sidekick tool, which I showed you guys in the last video, eat a lot, and chill. So I'm excited for tomorrow. It just feels so fun to get back onto the floor, even if it's in silence, even if there's no other girls next to me. I'm having a total blast, and I'm thankful Rogue put this on for us. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.